Is Sydney Guajardo, and I'm coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, and in behalf of the trading places, let's go out there and let's go make some money. Let's go find some trades. First up is gold. You know what? Let me get my MT4 ready just in case we find some I want to take. Be good for all of us, right? All right, let me see here. Jesus. All right, so how's everybody doing? How's your weekend? Being cooped up in this quarantine. We are 2020. The year is the month is April. It's 27th of April. It's the year is 2020. The year of the COVID. That's something else, isn't it? Well, look at gold. It's taking off, isn't it? 720. Let's see what it looks like on the Rochelle. I'm all about training, but I'm also about trying to find some trades right now too. This looks like it's a trade. Looks like it's kissing right here, but it looks like it's going upward here. Kind of going up against one of my favorite rules. No kissing, don't be in the middle of the street. But look at gold here. Let's just take a quick look. Looks like it's getting ready to break through that resistance line. Looks like it already did. Came back down a little bit. Let me get some coffee for the brain. Some coffee. Food for the brain. Coffee. Look at this, guys. You see where the vessel's over the rope right here. It's just getting under. This is the beginning of retracement. So, that's why you always have to pay attention to the rules there. Just came off of a big consolidation area here and just been crawling away. The way it's been crawling its way back up. The moving average just went up. Let's take a look with it. It's starting a new trend. Look at this. It kind of going down here. Looks like gold has a trend, but the last, I don't know, 20 some odd hours has been consolidating. Was the 1 hour say same thing? Look at that. Isn't it something? That's why we don't do what we do. All right, let's just put this away. Okay, let's look. So, went from consolidation. It went up. Now it's going down, at least on the shorter candle. But I don't know. This could be on its way up. To me, it looks like. Hard to tell at this point, but it looks like it's definitely gonna turn down here. Different story all over the time. There's just no agreement. Let's just wait on this one. All right, let's go to the US 30. See if there's anything here. Mixed reviews. Coming out of consolidation, it is getting a little higher. Look at that. It's at 24,017. It is kind of going into the channel here, into the money street. I don't know if that's something you want to sit around and wait. I think it's going to go higher, but let's just see how it's only been open for a few minutes. Let's just wait. So Euro USD looks like it's kind of bouncing here. So it wants to go long. It's been going long for the last 10, 12 hours. It's at its highest it's been for a while. It's new highs. It's definitely hitting resistance right now. See, Look at that. Resistance line, so it could drop. Who knows? It's a lot of real estate for it to fall, but I think it's hard to tell. On this one, it's very, very hard to tell. Let's see what the where we go one indicator says on Euro USD. All right, it's definitely going up here. Which what candle is this one here? This is the 8-hour candle. Downward, downward, downward. I mean, how can you complain, right? I mean, excuse me. Not how can you complain, but how can you go against this? I mean, it's definitely going down here, here, and here. It's in the middle here. It's in the street. Euro USD's got some problems. I think it's going to go short, even though it looks like there's 32 hours, maybe even more hours, 40 hours. We're just going along, but let's go to the next one. Let me see here. Just go to come and take it here. USD JPY. So it's definitely looking at a downward trend for sure. I would look for this to continue to fall. USD JPY. Definitely going a downward trend. It's at the bottom here. It looks like there's signs of it going up. There's actually been 4 or 5 signals. Look at this. It's just been giving signals all going in from the closing of Friday to this morning. It's just been going nuts. A market opened up yesterday at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. But there's definitely signals of it going down. Everybody agrees here. The King Solomon agrees as well. This would probably be a good trade to take long for a short time. Definitely the trend is definitely going down. But it looks like it wants to turn on the 60. It may want to start doing the same thing on the 120. If it does, just watch out. But we have, I don't know, maybe an hour before it starts to turn. Let's go to Euro JPY. Start looking at some trends here. It looks like it's starting to trend up. It was in the middle of the street. Don't take it. It's in consolidation. It was kissing. You don't want to do that. But there's no agreement here either. There's no trade. Absolutely no trade right now. Aussie US dollar. This looks like it's a trade that wants to go up, and it is. Let's take a look at that. Aussie USD. Let's put a fib line on here. That other fib line. It's not going to work here. Let's just put it right here, pretty close. It looks like it wants to trade, but let me tell you why. Do you see this vessel right here on top on the 120 minute? Let's look at the Rochelle on the Aussie US dollar. That'll give us a better indicator. So the Aussie US dollar, it looks like it wants to go down here on a shorter time frame, down here, but this vessel's not complying, just like the other one wasn't complying on the King Solomon. You can see that the trend is in a different direction. Overall, it's going down, or overall, it's going up. But here on the short term, it's going down. That means all it is just retracement on this particular candle. This is a 5-minute candle. Look at the 1-minute candle. Same thing. It's been going down, down, down. You go to the hour. Look at that. Totally different skew, huh? It's on an upward trend. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back here. What is all the US dollars just taking all over the road here? So we don't need any more brain damage. I have plenty of that. Let's go to pound dollar. All right, there's no agreement for sure. Let's analyze this trade. Looks like it's going to go down. Actually, it's on this side of the street. So it looks like it's going into the channel or in the middle of the street. Looks like it's in consolidation. Pay attention to that. The 15-second candle is definitely going up. Consolidation, consolidation. Not good. US dollar, Swiss. There's no agreement here. Looks like it's going in an upward trend, but also in a downward trend. Be very careful with that. Do I take long turns or long trades when the trend is going down? Of course I do. That's how we make money during support and resistance. But with this one here, you got to be very careful. I would have stopped right here at the moving average. I would have pulled out. But I know there's some people that try to get to the other side of the Bollinger Band as support resistance. That could be a dangerous game, or it could be the start of a new trend. And this guy had some miraculous outlook. I don't think it's going that way though. Let's go to pound Swiss. Consolidation, consolidation. Looks like it's definitely going in an upward trend for sure. Let me see here. Definitely going an upward trend. Let me see here. All right, let's go to Aussie dollar yen. So our 15, 30, and 45-second indicator saying it's going to go short. At least the red dots say that. The gray screens say that. But our vessel is trying to pull it the other way. So it tells me that it was in consolidation, which it is, but it's going to the other side. It's probably going to set up for a short. I think I must have put that up there last night. Possible trade short. And if it does go the possible trade short, let's say it starts here. That's a lot of real estate to move if anybody could see that right there. This could definitely be a very interesting trade. From the bottom of this candle or that area, it could go all the way down here to this support line. So I would definitely look at a trade going short on this one. But just to verify all this stuff, let me 1 second here. Let's go to the King Solomon on the Aussie dollar yen. I'm looking for a short. This one has it still going long. Now let's verify this because this came off the weekend. Aussie dollar yen. This one has it going short too, or long as well. Matter of fact, the last 8 hours it's kind of come up on this side and gone short or gone all the way down right there, if you can see that. So where we go one, we go all indicator says long. King Solomon says long. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know, there's pressure for it to go long. I mean, you're definitely in an upward trend here. for sure. What I'm looking at and what the pressures may not see is that even if you go back to this 240 minute, let's go back over here. Even if you go back to this 480 minute chart, let's take a look at it right here and move this out of the way. No, it's not moving. Let's go to come and take it. In the last, each candle represents 4 hours, okay? And if you look at this line here, this is kind of a new high that has been in the last, I don't know, 18 hours. It was at the very top here. And if you kind of take a look at all the other support and resistance lines, let's take a look at this one. This is kind of one here. This is kind of one here, right there. Every time it's touched them, it's come back down. Well, this one touched it and it came back down. I would wait on this one. This can consolidate for a long time. If you look at a longer time frame, even though there's a lot of peaks and valleys right here, this also could be considered some type of consolidation. What we want is we want to see this type of movement here. Let me see here. This type of movement. I mean, this is huge. This is where you can stay in a trade for a week. That's what this WWG1 WGA indicator is. I've released it to some of the master traders that I know, see if we can tweak it, but we're almost done with this. But you'll be able to see trades like this with this indicator. And so there's some peaks and valleys that you can't start up a FOREX account with like $500 and expect to do this type of trading, because as soon as you take this trade, let's say you took it from here, right? Let's move this out of the way. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. So let's say I'm going to move this out of the way real quick. So let's say you took this trade from here and you took it all the way up to here. Look at how many peaks and here's a peak right here. That's a peak. This is a valley, peak, valley, peak. It just keeps going up and then it goes down. Well, the idea behind the swing trade is you get in early and you stay in it for the duration. Now, did you lose money in your account here? Yes. But as soon as you got up to here, you gained it all back and you keep growing. You lost money, you keep growing. It's kind of like climbing a mountain. You're going to have peaks and valleys. So that's why I suggested don't open an account with $500 and start doing swing trading. As a matter of fact, like at TD Ameritrade, that's a broker here in the United States, they require you that you have $25,000 in your account. You know, give me 1 second. I had to get some food for the brain there. So the reason why TD Ameritrade does that is because they know that, first of all, the person that has 25 grand to invest can probably be explained to that there's peaks and valleys. And in order to go from point A to point B, it's not a straight line. It's not linear. You're going to take a couple detours here and lose some money here. But the bottom line, you went from here to here and you endured some growth, or you endured some profits. But you know, you got a couple of bloody noses here and a black eye on the way, but bottom line, you were to make money. So that's why you need that. But I don't necessarily think that you need to have 25 grand in an account to become to create some type of profit on swing trades. I think if you were to open up a $5,000 account and practice good risk management, you'd be just fine. So anyway, let's move this back here. Before we do that, let's do this. Just move this over here. put this over here, back where it goes. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's go to Euro JPY. We definitely see a definite downturn here. I'm going to erase all this stuff here. This is definitely a downturn. You can definitely see that. Look at this, peaks and valleys, but it's definitely a downturn. When you look at on a slower candle like the 120, 180, and 240, it definitely looks like it's going in a downward turn. Hopefully you guys, the ones who do have the software, are making notes. The people that are just observing to see if they want to become students, please write this down. I'm setting you up trades with trades so that you can verify the trend. Because that's the biggest part of our learning Forex is verifying a trend. That's all it is. So let's verify it with. I won't go this far, but I will go with the King Solomon. Let's go to Euro JPY. Is that what we're on? No, we're on Aussie dollar JPY. Sorry about that. Aussie dollar JPY. Okay, so a couple of different things here. Aussie dollar JPY on the 60-minute chart looks like it is in consolidation. It's in the middle of the street, but it was coming off of a downward trend, kind of, sort of, this way, moving sideways. But it's obviously going down. And then it just kind of went in the middle of the street where you're not supposed to be. It looks like the 240 and the 480 have not caught up yet. But see, the angle of this downtrend isn't sharp enough for the 480 and the 240 to catch up. So when there's no agreement like this definitely can turn around later. But as of right now, it's just still in consolidation. So let's go back to the come and take it. Okay, let's go to the CAD yen. This is also in consolidation, according to the 120, the 180, and the 240. But it definitely looks like it's in a downward trend here on the 60-minute. That's what we need to look at. Why isn't this thing erasing? It's a Monday for everybody, isn't it? Okay, so now this one here, it's definitely had, this is a new high right here, and it's got a lot of distance to go here. But it has been bouncing, and once it bounced off of here, it just started to come back down. Now this is a pretty good resistance line here. Let me just show you, or support line. I keep getting those things confused. Right there, right? Yeah, horizontal line. Now I'd look for it to bounce here as a support. It looks like it kind of wants to peek through. If it does, if it stays on the support line and bounces, I would look for a trade going up. But look at this, it's already starting to move in a downward direction. I'm interested in this trade, CAD yen. Let's look at it on the Rochelle on CAD yen. CAD yen's definitely going down. I don't know if I take the trade. It looks like it wants to retrace. CAD yen. Well, it's definitely turning around. I would call this short. You know, I got an alert on Forex Factory. You know, let's just take this trade. Let's see what happens. starting to pop up here. Let me go adjust my screen. Give me 1 second, guys. I was watching that trade on my phone, and this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys. Let me go to this Rochelle. It's probably be gone by now, but this thing was definitely going short when I went to go adjust my screen, and all of a sudden this vessel, the 15-second indicator was kissing, and look at this, it's going up now. So this right here, as soon as the 45, I'm going to take this long. But as soon as this booger right here turns yellow, I'm going to go ahead and take it. And hold on 1 second here. See how it started to kiss and come back? It's starting to go in retracement. Yeah, this is not a good trade. This is so crazy, just all within a minute. That's why it's so important to trade with the trend. I mean, that thing had a big green candle, and it just keeps going down and down and down. So this is unbelievable. This is very exciting to see this. A lot of my theories come true when you don't take a trade when they're kissing, because look what happened. It was kissing, it still had a lot of pressure to go up, but you don't take it. And if we would have taken it, we would have started losing money. See right here, let me show you. See how the trend on this line here, I don't even want to say what color it is because I'm colorblind, but it looks blue. But it's going down. Okay, I've always feel comfortable taking short calls when the trend is going down, where I feel like taking the trades long when the trend is going long. But there's always retracement. I mean, that means, like in this case here, the trend was going short, but these green candles produced for you. Look, but it's still in a downward trend. So, but still, I don't like this trade because there's no agreement. Let's stop looking at this one. And let's go to another one. CAD yen. Let's go to Swiss yen. Definitely short turn or downward turn. A bearish trend here. It's on this side of the street. It could look to go back up. You never know. Look at this. It's on this side of the street. This side, this side, this side, this side. And all of them go up. And then they come down and they all go up. It's kind of like we've all heard these cliches where it says nothing lasts forever. Well, good marriages last forever, but outside of that, nothing lasts forever. Whatever is up must come down. But this one definitely looks like it wants to go up. You have the vessel pulling the rope here. The vessel pulling the rope down here is pulling it down here. So I don't know. If I don't know, heck, let's just go to the next. Let's go to something we do know, right? Let's go look for some trades. This looks like it wants to kind of come down a little bit. I like this trade. It's definitely in a let's see, erase all these lines here. Definitely looks like it's going in a downward trend for sure. Not a sharp one, but it sure is. Looks like the money street wants to come around. It's coming off of a resistance line. Coming down this way. Well, still has a way to go before it comes down, but still. It's an interesting trade. Pound yen. If we're going to be looking for trend, let's go into King Solomon. Pound yen. Hold on. Okay, this one definitely looks like it's trying to get to the other side of the street here. I think when the 480-minute candle turns, it's probably going to go short. There's already a signal here that my students have probably already gotten. It was in consolidation. You could tell that maybe a few hours ago, and now it's definitely starting to come down. Look for the pound to go short this week. Let's go to NZ dollar JPY. The Kiwi yen. Still in consolidation. New Zealand dollar versus the dollar, the US dollar. If I'm going to look for anything on this one, I'd look for it to go short. But wait until you have agreement with all the 120, 240, and the 480 before you take that. It may be around lunchtime before it actually turns back around. And it's also coming out of consolidation, so it may go the other way. But this is definitely a new high here, so I'd be looking for it to go short. Dollar CAD. This was in consolidation. I mean, it could go short. It's definitely in a downward trend. But then it also, you have a new low right here that happened, I don't know, 25 hours ago, 24, however many candles this is when you had a new low and it just started going up. It took a hit, kept going up. So it could be taking a hit. It could be going back up again. Who knows? But it's definitely an upward trend going into the middle of the street. But it's a sharp trend trying to get to the other side. It just, you don't have any agreement with the other three indicators. So write that one down for a long, maybe late today. Boy, it's just been hovering up here, all up on these new highs. Every time it hit past here, it was just a new high, new high, new high, new high, new high. It dropped right before the market closed. Yeah, so we'll see. This one definitely shows long. There's a lot of pressure for it to go long. Let's what's this pair? Aussie dollar CAD. Yeah, this is going to continue an upward trend. I would, if you're going to take it long, this would be a pretty good trade to take. Aussie dollar CAD. Let me see something here. My experimental. It's not in here. I'm going to go ahead and take it just for experiment here. I'm going to stay in it a few days. Excuse me, folks. Yeah, these trades I've been in them for a long time. Some of them since the 15th, some of them today, some I took 4 days ago. But these are all long-term trades that I'm gonna stay in for approximately 2 weeks. So, there's some times where I take where I take trades. They go, backwards 200, 300, 400, $500 right when I push click. I've been in this one since April 10th, and I've only lost $229. But I'm hoping that the Euro USD goes long term after it hits its short. So I think we'll be okay on that one. But anyway, let's figure it out. Little more experimenting on the where we go all indicator. Okay, so let's get back to business here. Aussie Kiwi. So definitely on an upward trend. I would look at this before you take a trade. I would definitely look at this long. Aussie dollar, NZD. I may do it on here too. Okay. I like this one. I want to get out of this trade by the end of the day. EuroCAD. It doesn't look like this monster here knows what to do. It's kind of going on an upward trend, kind of just getting out of consolidation. Looks like it kind of wants to come down a little bit. I don't know. But here's a support line. I may want to bounce off of that, come up. But this is definitely a new low, and this is definitely a high. So this is definitely consolidation. So we'd look EuroCAD. Man, this is a tough one to call. On these tough trades to call when there's no agreement. I have a bad habit of wanting to find something, but in this case, let's just move on. Euro Swiss. This is definitely an upward direction. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful movement. Euro Swiss. This still looks like it wants to keep coming up. This one looks like it's a good trade too for a long haul. Yeah, it's got a lot of real estate. I'm going to take this one along as well. Okay. Let's go to Euro NZD. Kind of no agreement coming off. This is one big consolidation. We kind of take a look at it. I don't like this trade. Let's go to Euro SEK. It's in consolidation. It's not going to work. Let's go to Pound Aussie Dollar. This one looks like it was getting ready to go up and just take a sharp downward turn. We got a signal this morning. No bueno. Pound CAD. This one definitely looks like it wants to turn. Look at that. It kind of had some problems here. It's definitely going up. An upward trend. Has to get out of the middle of the street though. So these 120, 240, and 480 have a little bit of work to do. This would be a pretty decent deal if it were to keep going up. A lot of pressure for it to go up. Let's keep an eye on that trade. Let's go to Pound Swiss. Looks like it wants to go up. I definitely wait on this one. Let me erase all the drawings in this. All right. This is definitely, it's an uptrend. It looks like it may want to retrace on the 120, but it definitely has a lot of pressure going up on the 240 and the 480. Let's go to the pound NZ dollar, the pound New Zealand dollar. Looks like it has a little pressure to go down. It looks like it had some pressure to go up there for a little bit. It was in the middle of the street, went sideways, and it looks like it's kind of coming down there a little bit. But here's what you have. I'm not going to take this trade, but if I was, I'd probably be looking for it to go long, probably when it gets here in the next couple of hours. But write this down, pound NZD. Okay. All right, guys, we went through all the trades there yesterday. There's a lot of stuff that's in consolidation, but it's either what I saw is it was consolidating on one side of the street and kind of coming down to the other, or it's coming down and it wants to go up, or it's on this side of the street already. But stay away from consolidation. Don't be kissing, and stay out of the middle of the street. And we have 7 or 8 different ways to find out about consolidation. And that's what I really love about my indicators, because that is a Forex nemesis, is consolidation. I am working on stuff right now that we can make a bunch of money when we come out of consolidation. It probably won't be released until the beginning of the summer, which is like in June, mid-June. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close training for today. We have another one today at 6 o'clock, and all our indicators have special meaning. The Come and Take It, the King Solomon, and also the Rochelle, and Where We Go One, We Go All. And here at the trading places, we care about family. We also care about, I have some beliefs that we were all put here to help people that can't help themselves. So let's keep up that tradition. And if you want to become a student, go to our website. It's thetradingplaces.com. It's $3.99 to start, $99 a month. You get our charting system, you get our signals, you get our indicators, you get training twice a day, and you get access to the VIP channel on Telegram. It's called the Trading Places VIP. So if you have some more information, reach out to us, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, go to our training that's every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., and once on Sundays at 6 p.m. But all right, guys, you have a great productive day, and let's go make some good trades. We'll see you. Bye-bye.